guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about protein. First of all, what way can you ingest protein? Protein comes in many forms. The easiest and the most readily available form of protein is meat. That's the reason why our species started to eat meat, was because it was one of the easiest ways to boost our energy. It's dense. Protein is dense in energy, because let's just stop and pause for a second. What is a calorie? A calorie is just energy, okay? A calorie is just energy. So protein is dense energy. But then what does the protein do once it gets in our bodies? Protein is actually the building blocks of muscle. So it's vital to have muscle, or it's vital to have protein in our bodies, because our bodies are constantly breaking down. So in order to help rebuild our bodies and help maintain its health and wellness, we need forms of protein. And as we are working out, I mean, how do you get stronger? Literally, the muscle tears itself down. That's why you're sore, right? You get little micro tears in the protein, so you get in the muscle, so you get those little micro tears, and they have to rebuild it. Like, you've gotten a scar before. I mean, where you have a scar, that skin, that part of your body is actually stronger than it was beforehand. So that's what happens when you work out. You get these little micro tears in your muscle fibers, and it needs protein to rebuild itself in order to get stronger. So I'm sorry, I mentioned before you can get it from meat. There are also several different plant sources you can get protein from. However, it's not quite as dense in the amount that you get. Sorry, you hear my dog dancing around. He's just all about wanting to be by me right now. And so when it comes to, say, the 21-day fix, we count primarily meat as protein, because the vegetables can be considered in all the other categories. Or there's protein in certain vegetables. There's proteins in whole grains as well. It's just not as dense in protein. It also has other components like carbohydrates in vegetables and complex carbohydrates. So again, it's just not as dense and impure of just protein. So protein, ingest it, and the amount that you need is based on the amount of physical activity that you have. Like, if you're doing heavy weightlifting, you need more protein than someone who's just doing yoga, okay? Or someone who is just walking, because you're maybe not tearing down the muscle fibers quite as much. But this is one thing I want to throw out at you. I knew a girl in high school who actually died of a heart attack, who was anorexic. So how does that work? Like, what happens is when your body is going to get its protein, even if it has to steal it from your muscles, okay? So when your body is needing energy, if there's no fat stores to take from, if there's no readily easily available carbohydrates or sugars in your bloodstream for them to take to utilize for energy, and if there's nothing in your system, well, then it's going to take from your muscles. So this girl, she was anorexic, and she basically, at one point, she wasn't ingesting enough calories, and her body had eaten pretty much all of her muscles. So then what's it go to? A heart is a muscle. And so then it started to eat her heart. So literally her own body started to eat her own heart to sustain itself for energy, for calories. So protein is really important. Make sure you get enough in your body daily. Minimum 60 grams, but depending upon how much weightlifting you're doing, you need more. Have a great day.